Hello and welcome to the mill. I am your host Dusty Crane, and today we're going to be talking about the Wednesday Facebook live stream that Jamie does every week. Confession, sometimes it's much easier to come up with a topic for the show than others, and I was a little bit worried about what we were going to do this week, but Jamie came through big time. Before I get into the live stream, I just wanted to go ahead and take care of a piece of business that's time sensitive. Right now, Meatballs is running a Kickstarter for painted meeples for viticulture and for Tuscany. They have that running until Sunday at 10 o'clock Eastern. By the time this airs, you have about a day. What that includes is the painted meeples, similar to what they did for Scythe. They're also doing for viticulture. The number is 37 painted viticulture meeples. That's 5 for each color and 1 grande worker for each color. That's about $45. If you want the add-ons for the Tuscany meeples, that's an additional $15 to bring you to 51 painted meeples for $60. One of the cool add-on packs that they have for it is a special worker pack created by Jamie and Dave Armstrong. That's a $5 add-on. But if you're not into the painted meeples, you can actually just buy that promo pack if that's something you're interested in. You can buy that right from Meatballs' website, and I'll link to that in the show notes. Let's get on to the Facebook live stream that Jamie does every Wednesday. Somebody had asked a question about the modular board. The last time I knew, Jakob was still working on the art for it. I didn't hear anything new in that regard, but some other details dropped that were kind of exciting. And if it's been mentioned before, it wasn't something that I was familiar with, so when I heard it, it was pretty exciting. It is a 7-hex cluster, so think of almost like a flower. You got the one in the middle and then the 6 hexes surrounding. There will be 4 of those that you use for setting up your game of Scythe. There'll be a special board to hold them. Now, I don't know what that means in terms of if it's actually going to be a board and then you set the hexes down on top, or if it's just you put them together to form a board, but Jamie had mentioned that you would use 4 of these double-sided hexes to put together your game board. He also mentioned that you could use less of them for a lower player count. Now, I really like that because a lot of my games of Scythe are played with 2 players. Sometimes we do end up on opposite ends of the board and interaction is minimal. Some people like the game like that, some people don't. So I think it might be fun just to see like what more interaction and more, I guess, possibly combat, what that would do to the game. So I am really excited to see what this modular board ends up looking like. One of the plans I have for the modular board, I'm bringing Legos into it, right? Like, I am going to take the board that's flat, and I'll probably just get those 1x1 Legos or whatever and just build a platform. I think it might be kind of cool that when you set these modular pieces out that there's like a little bit of elevation. Since you're not going to have like a true 3D Scythe board, I'm sure somebody's cooked one up. If you have, I would love to see pictures, and I would love to put it on the show here, but just some kind of elevation in certain areas, I think that might be kind of cool. At least in theory, I'll have to give it a shot. 7 hex clusters. You use 4 of them for the normal full-size board. They're double-sided. We will then in total have 8 boards, you know, kind of 4, they're double-sided. I thought the modular board news was probably a big, interesting piece of this week's live stream. The next piece of business was, I've mentioned, I think on every video, if not on most of them, I want to focus fan content on this fan channel, and so there was a review video that went upline. There was a review video that went online that I'm going to go ahead and link to in the show notes. It was done by John McClay, and he posted a review of Scythe Legendary box and the broken token insert. He goes into the dimensions of the box, the side-by-sides. He's got them both. The video has tremendous camera work. He has multiple cameras, multiple angles. It's really well done. There's very, very, very minor spoilers for The Rise of Fenris. I don't think it's anything that you wouldn't already know if you have read the components on the box. You know, if you've looked at the Rise of Fenris box and read what's in it, you're not going to be spoiled. But if you haven't, that is something to consider when you're watching the video, or whether or not you're going to watch the video. One of the things I really like about his video is he also goes into how the Broken Token Organizer helps speed up setup and put away times. He sets a timer right on camera and goes to setting up a 2-player game, reveals those numbers, and then how long it takes him to put everything away. It's really well done. Check out his video, leave him a like or a subscribe if you like what he's doing. Let him know the mill sent you. Right before Jamie closed out his live stream, he dropped a hint that next week seems like a good time to announce something.
I will see you next week, possibly for an announcement. Take care. Have a great day.
What do you think it is? What's he announcing? I think the smart money is probably on Scythe Encounters. We keep hearing soon, and next week would be soon. So we're only a few days away at this point. Just Wednesday, and we'll know. I think it's going to be Scythe Encounters, but he did talk a lot about the Scythe Modular Board. I guess that's a possibility. We also have the expansion for Euphoria that I guess is really close to completion, so I don't know if those pre-orders would be going up quite so soon. It could be something else entirely different, right? I mean, no one saw Between Two Castles of Mad King Ludwig coming, so who knows? There's a few project code names that we haven't heard about yet. Maybe it's an announcement of that. I'm curious what you guys think this Wednesday announcement might be, if he does end up announcing anything on Wednesday. Scythe Encounters, the Modular Board, something else entirely? Let me know in the comments. As always, if you like what we're doing here, like, subscribe. If you have any ideas that you'd like to see on the show, drop them in the comments. And that's all I got for you today. Make sure you check out those Wednesday live streams because Jamie likes to drop hints on those. I'll see you guys around. Thanks for watching.